At the World Police Summit at the Dubai World Trade Center with my dear friend John Beck from ESRI. Wow, this is absolutely one of my favorite companies because when I started in policing, my form of mapping was a paper map, and I would go to D7 to find out where I needed to go and then go there lights and siren as best as I could. Now, of course, with the huge advancement that ESRI has done in mapping for policing, police officers now have a huge advantage, not only with responding to calls for service, but also situation management and awareness. John, can you talk more about what ESRI is doing in the police space?
Sure. When I started, Eddie, same thing. We were using paper maps.
Exactly.
I've been with ESRI now 13 years, and really the evolution of mapping has been amazing. So starting with web GIS, going from desktop GIS, which basically the history of GIS and policing is crime mapping, crime analysis, creating a hotspot map. These days, it's all about real-time sensor integration, data integration, giving a common operating picture, situational awareness, pushing information to officers in the field, collecting information from the officers in the field, letting a command staff see everything that's going on within the agency, spatially. And on the horizon is AI integration, generative AI, assistive AI, predicting where the next crime is going to occur using artificial intelligence. So it's really exciting time. It's great to be here at the World Police Summit. Dubai Police is a great user of ours, and we have a great partnership with them.
Yeah. And now in the space, I've transitioned now from being out in the field, as you know, John, to being more in control rooms and infusion centers. And wow, the impact that ESRI mapping does in those two environments of control rooms and infusion centers is just phenomenal. It's just a total game changer of not only having total situational awareness of multiple incidents happening out in the field, but like you said earlier, being able to predict where your next emergency is going to be and try to be there before it happens.
Right. And now we're even bringing maps to a global scale, so you can bring in critical infrastructure across the country or around the world if you're an international agency, and see events that are occurring that may threaten personnel, may threaten critical infrastructure, natural disasters, terrorism, monitoring social media, and bring all these data feeds into a control room and see all this stuff in real time.
John, thank you so much for your time. I know you're really busy here with thousands of people at the World Police Summit, but thank you for your friendship, and thank ESRI, most importantly, for what they do every day to help police officers around the world do their job better.
Thanks, Eddie.
And to the SAS stand, where I'm delighted to be joined by John, Shaun and Stephane, who's going to tell us something about SAS's offering to policing.
Morning, Bernard. Good morning, everyone. John Kilburn from SAS. We're excited to be here at the 2025 World Policing Summit. First day yesterday, it was amazing. We had hundreds of people through. Some of the displays here are amazing, giving some real insights into the technological advancements that are here for police. We at SAS specialise in data analytics and AI, and applying those to policing so that the world for frontline police is actually made a little bit easier, looking to reduce the time to public safety and making the job of police much easier to do. Sure.
Absolutely. So the fundamental premise that we offer is this idea that data and artificial intelligence are underused weapons in policing to be able to protect the safety of citizens around the globe. Artificial intelligence can be scary to some people. What we do is try to democratize that, to put it into the hands of police who can make operational decisions, not simply theoretical responses as a research paper might do, but applied applications to help solve crimes, to help protect those who are the most vulnerable in society. Stephane, I certainly know that you have experience in Europe and in Belgium where you had been in policing. Do you want to give your perspective on data and AI?
Yes, indeed. Well, I'm based in Europe. I was a police officer myself, so I know these people, they don't want to be busy with managing data and IT. They want to be in the field. And that's why we help them to manage the data that they can use in the field.
Yeah, my name is Zohaib Ahmed. I'm the CEO and co-founder at Resemble AI. We are a deepfake detection company. Effectively, we help our customers understand when generative AI content is created, how to identify it, and we do it all with AI itself. So we effectively have proprietary data sets across image, video, and audio, and we can help you, given any sort of media file, understand if it is created by an AI model, which parts of it created with an AI model, and if it's factually correct or not. all in one long report that you could basically save as a PDF or print out at the end of the day. The model itself can be accessed very much on the internet itself at Resemble.ai. And we also have on-prem deployments. So if you want to run the entire system on your laptop, on your own servers, that is also very possible. The entire model also runs faster than real time, which means that if you are integrating this into a call center, or if you're introducing this into some real-time aspect, you're able to do so immediately, because it basically takes milliseconds for it to generate these reports, identifying whether content is fake or real. So that's what Resemble AI does.
Hi, I'm here with Shaun Buckley from OSACO Group. He's going to tell us a little bit about the company and what the company does, and also about one of their new products, EcoMind. Shaun.
Great, thanks for the opportunity, Trevor. OSACO is a New Zealand registered company. Most of the foundation members are all ex-law enforcement, and we've worked internationally with organisations such as the United Nations to provide investigative support and training. We've done that for the last 10 years. We've got a global reach, and a big part of our business has been investigative training and investigative interviewing. And we've been really fortunate through a connection with New York University to develop a new product, which is a world first, which will provide investigative interview practical training, predominantly to law enforcement officers and to those who are starting off their training journey with law enforcement and can continue right throughout their career. So the purpose of the product is really to replace the sort of tired, I would say, and somewhat prehistoric method of conducting practical training, which is either breaking into pairs with your colleagues and practicing in an uncomfortable environment, or utilising role players who are often quite expensive and difficult to get hold of. And with this, we've created an AI avatar, so it's a realistic avatar that, for all intents and purposes, looks very human-like and responds to the questions and the rapport-building techniques used by the trainee. So it's there to replace the traditional practical training methods. The development of the product is so far running smoothly. We're ready for market in June this year. We've had great interest throughout the US, also some interest in the UK with both law enforcement academies and training organisations. And we're working hard to start to work with the New Zealand Police Department and Australian Police Departments. The product, it can save up to 30% of training time. So there's real cost benefits there. The academic research, which is the underpinning sort of aspect of the whole project, shows by utilising AI avatars in the training process, a trainee can improve their questioning and rapport building abilities by up to 128% compared to the traditional methods. So it's not us saying that, that's academic research from tried and tested academics who are well known around the globe. The other thing is that it's providing a comfortable environment for trainees to participate in what is quite a difficult training exercise, and it provides them with both instant feedback, but most importantly, a written report at the end of the training session, which is only 10 minutes long, which outlines the strengths and weaknesses in that interview. Their instructor also has access to all that data and can monitor those students that are struggling and provide extra support as and when required. So as of June, we're going to be going to market with one avatar in several scenarios. So the scenarios will start off fairly basic. There'll be allegations of thefts, basic street assaults, and it'll be fairly compliant avatar. But very quickly over the next few months, we'll be scaling up to include more and more complex scenarios. So it can be everything from drug offending, homicide investigations, sexual offending, and we'll be going from fairly compliant avatars, and we can manipulate the avatars so that they become more complex in the information that they can provide, but also perhaps more difficult to interview. So they go from being compliant to uncompliant to not wanting to interact with the trainee at all. So it's quite lifelike. And what I would basically say is, with my 35 years of experience in law enforcement and specifically interview training, I think this is an absolute game changer. It's very quickly going to be the go-to product for law enforcement bodies around the globe. But again, thanks for the opportunity.
Hi, I'm here at the World Police Summit with my friend Tomas from Cogniware, an AI software-based company who really specializes in doing very extensive and detailed work in police investigations. I wish we would have had this tool when I was in the police force. Tomas, can you tell us a little bit about what Cogniware does and how it can help a police force?
Yeah, sure, definitely. So Cogniware is a Czech-based company out of Europe, and for more than 10 years we are serving police force worldwide. And for past 8 years we are developing our own solution that is of course AI-based, because everything needs to be AI-based nowadays. We collect all the data that we can, we combine it, we create a huge complex knowledge base out of which you can do your investigation very quickly and very easily. There is a lot of alerting features, there is a lot of stuff that is going towards you. That means you don't need to do your usual clicking. You can do the chatbot, you can do the visualization on a map, on a board, you can do multimedia. So all this in one package, and of course including case management, that is very, very crucial for the investigation within the police.
Wow, what an awesome tool, Tomas. I wish so much we would have had a capability like this when I was in the police force. Congratulations to you and everything that Cogniware does, and thank you for helping the most noble profession on our police.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Greetings once again from the World Police Summit. I'm here with Ruth Edmonds from Magnet Forensics, who has a fantastic tool for law enforcement on intelligence gathering and data fusion. Ruth, please tell us a little bit about what Magnet Forensics is and what they do for law enforcement around the world.
Sure, no problem. So Magnet Forensics is a company that was set up in Canada by an ex-law enforcement officer, Jad Saliba. He worked for Waterloo District Police, and he set up the company because he recognised there was a need to extract data from devices, computers back in the day, moreover now mobile phones. So take an extraction of that data and allow officers to do analysis of the data that suspects had on their computers, mobile phones, more recently sat-navs, cloud data. So we have an all-encompassing tool that does extraction and analysis of all that good data.
Yeah. As a police officer of 28 years myself, of course this technology did not exist back then in the day, and I just recently completed your training that was hosted here in Dubai, and I can just say to the law enforcement community, what a game changer. Now, things that would have taken me traditionally 2 months or possibly even 2 years to track down a lead, in 2 minutes with your tool, I can quickly close a case. What a game changer.
Sure, and I think that's what we've recognised. As data has grown exponentially over the years, the job for law enforcement gets harder. There's more devices that are seized on any one occasion, and we are responsible now for helping them take that large set of data and putting it into a more manageable, achievable set of results so that they can get to prosecution much quicker.
Ruth, thank you so much for the interview. Thank you for what Magnet Forensics does to help the law enforcement community around the world. And thank you for your time.
No problem. Good to meet you.
Summit, and I'm with Mark Bentley of BENTAC. Mark, great to be speaking with you. Tell us about BENTAC. Tell us about your organisation. A little bit about your past and what it is you're currently offering.
Okay, I'm a 35-year plus investigator, police, law enforcement, intelligence services, National Crime Agency, child protection. On retirement, I started a training company. We specialise in open source, OSINT, human intelligence, HUMINT, and social media intelligence, dark web training. I come to you, and we run courses where they're bespoke. You can choose the modules. I give you a list of modules. You choose the modules, so you get best value for the course. They can range between 3 and 5 days. I come to your office, train your whole unit. I can also sign NDAs and get security clearance, and we can talk about other things which are in the darkness as well.
So to be clear for our international audience, the offer of coming to your office pretty much applies to the UK, though.
No, I'm global.
Oh, indeed.
Most of my work is Asia, Far East, North America, and India.
So, and you'd come to the office in India, North America, and so on and so forth.
Last week I was in Australia. Next week I'm in Canada, and the week after I think I'm back in India. So.
And today you're in
Singapore.
Dubai at the World Police Summit.
Today I'm giving a keynote speech on open source and deep intelligence scraping.
Fascinating. It's clear from your remarks there that there's a lot of interest across policing in the areas that you focus on.
Absolutely. It's a growing industry. The digital footprints that we leave on the internet, we're not in control of most of it. And my training is very unique in that with my background and the examples that I can apply to that to show practical use. I talk about deep open scraping, covert open scraping. So going on the internet, open sourcing for data, which isn't readily available, looking in all the dark corners of the cellar of the internet, going down the rabbit hole a bit further than normal open sourcing. We don't use Google, we go much further than that, because you want to build up a digital jigsaw and a profile of somebody, and we're all on sites that we don't even know we're on. That's where we go for it, and it's covert, and you can scrape the stuff and build up a good picture so you can build a threat assessment and an intelligence package to make it actionable.
So you've indicated your worldwide availability and coverage. You've indicated the areas that you focus on. If people want to get in touch with you, they can visit your website.
Yes, absolutely. They can come to my website. It's www.bentac.co.uk. If they look at the About Us page, they'll see my bio and my background, and also the clients I work with are listed on there. And also there's a link to my new book that is just out called The Essential Cyber Investigators Handbook, which is just out, and you'll be able to order it through my website as well.
Well, I will very much look forward, Mark, to speaking again, both for Policing TV and I suspect my colleagues at Policing Insight will also be interested in having a further conversation with you. Very best wishes for the success of your book and indeed in your international travels. Thank you once again.
Thanks for the time.
All the best.
Police Summit with my good friend Tim Cargol with Spectrohm. Tim, welcome to Policing TV and to the World Police Summit. Thank you for taking time to interview with us. Tell us a little bit about your background, and then next we're going to ask you a little bit about your product and the solution that you offer to the law enforcement community.
Yeah, well, thanks, Eddie. It's great to be here. Yeah, I'm Tim Cargol. I'm an engineer by training, but actually spent a good piece of my career in national security. And that's where we came up with some of the unique technology that underlies what we do at Spectrohm, which is high-speed screening for bags, boxes, and backpacks. We're not an X-ray based system. We have a very unique piece of radio wave tech that we use to look inside of these bags, boxes, and backpacks for threats, hazards, and drugs.
Wow, very revolutionary. Tell me a little bit about what you have learned here at the summit. What are your key takeaways from the summit?
Well, it's really great to see the global stage. Being an American company, it's often easy to lose sight of the fact that there's so much innovation going on all around the world. And in fact, some of the technologies that we use in our products actually came from the UK, and we're really excited to help branch those out to the rest of the world.
Wow, that's fascinating. What are some typical customers of your product? Who would want to take a look at your technology and consider your technology?
Well, it's interesting. Venues actually like this one that have a problem with high-speed scanning. Yes. Creating a line at an entry point creates its own vulnerability. So that's where we're really excited to be able to reduce those lines, increase the throughput of these systems, whether it's looking for weapons or drugs in a venue or any sort of secure facility or soft target.
Wow. Tim, thank you so much for your time. Again, welcome to Dubai, to the World Police Summit, and thank you for your time to Policing TV.
Thanks, Eddie.
Hi, I'm Rob Watts. I'm president of Corsight. We're delighted to be here at the World Policing Summit, talking to our customers, talking to forces that we're not working with right now about their agendas, their issues, the things that are driving them towards the technology which we work with them on. That is facial intelligence. We're bringing to the world our facial intelligence systems so that they can protect people from harm and move their societies forward in a better and more harmonious way. That is what we do. The police are sharing their issues with us in the same way that we do in the UK and across the rest of the world. We're delivering value to our customers by reducing crime, detecting crime, and arresting people that are doing not good things in society.
Hi, I'm Joel Stubblefield with Integrity Communication Solutions out of Colorado Springs, Colorado. I'm here in Dubai at the World Police Summit representing our basic life detection radar system. As you can see, the size of this box, this tiny little box, is extremely powerful. You will mount this box in many different applications, whether it's cells, whether it's police cars, whether it's interview rooms. The applications are endless. Event security, population management. The primary aspect of this device are threefold: health, safety, security. From a health standpoint, what this does is it biometrically, through radar technology, monitors heart rate, respirations, and movement of subjects around an area, right? So we're checking to make sure that people are healthy and safe that are in our care and custody, or the citizens in our community. From a security standpoint, we are able to track those subjects as they move throughout an area, from one radar to the next if we have an array, from a large space to a small space, including a patrol car, a squad car. Not only can we detect the vitals and the health of the officer or the detainee that's in the back of the vehicle, but also the canine, the animal that's in the car as well, to make sure that they're healthy and safe.